before I start the video, I wanted to let y'all know I started another channel for live streaming. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you have the attention span of a chicken sandwich, it's probably not going to be for you. But if you enjoy long-form conversations about topics people may consider to be sensitive, click the link in the description and go subscribe to that channel.
Yeah, I want to have a conversation about how black educated college men act like they too good to date a lot of types of women. Like, they have this one archetype of woman in their mind, and if that's not her, they will not wife you. And then they turn around and get mad when they be like, oh, those type of girls only like hood boys. But they fail to realize that hood men actually love and show vulnerability.
Oh, really? If the hood guys love you so much and they're so vulnerable, then why don't they marry you either? Maybe, just maybe, they're saying whatever they gotta say to keep you around for long-term consistent sex. At least the professional guys are being honest about their long-term intentions.
It isn't transactional with them, whereas you're just looking for somebody who looks good on paper and a good in a photo, and you mad because she don't either like you or she doesn't have substance. That's just what I've noticed. And me wanting an educated man, and when I've gotten one, just to realize he really wanted me to fit in a certain type of mode. Like, yeah. Y'all want to talk about that?
You'll never see professional level Asian men or white men that are expected to marry women that don't meet their standards. And this is why Kevin Samuels was so important. Women in the African American community are told, mostly by other women, that they can behave and carry themselves however they want and still expect to marry a professional man. Kevin Samuels was just trying to teach black women how to carry themselves in order to attract a man of a certain status. You can't go into a job interview for a white-collar job dressed as a blue-collar worker and expect to get hired. That's not how it works.
Finally, someone has said it and worded it way better than I ever could have, because I have been saying this with my best friend for the longest now, to where it's like, if you look a certain way, it's like these men act like they are just like, it's always this certain look of female that they'll actually date and wife, because I guess they attribute it to like, oh, nice girl next door looking, like matters. She won't possibly do this or that. She looks good on paper. I can bring her around family, this and a third, and she has the look. She has a very safe look. And myself and my best friend always talk about the fact that we feel as though
you should be able to judge men based on their appearance, but they're not allowed to judge you based on your appearance. Because let's just be completely honest, everybody judges based on appearance, but apparently it's only a problem when men do it to you.
Because we have tattoos, I'm very tatted, y'all can't see it now, but I have a lot of tattoos. Because we are tatted and have more of like a, I'm not gonna say like, I'm trying to find a right way to say it.
They shake their ass.
I don't know. Anyway, because we don't have that girl next door look, men consistently try to fun girl us. These college educated men, it's always them. Like, when it comes to like they always assume that we only like hood guys, that they assume that they know our type, and they don't even give us a chance. Because me personally, I like college educated men. I went to college, and that's just what I like. I like nerds.
Well,
I like fine nerds.
Be like the woman
like
that
squares.
The man wants. Be the woman the man wants then.
But these men always assume that my type is like, oh, I see she's tatted. She like hood niggas. That's like, and I'm just like,
if you know what they're attracted to,
why do y'all keep doing that? And then not only keep doing that, but then you keep trying to put us in this fun girl category. And the fun girl is this category where it's like, I enjoy having fun with you, but I would never wife you. You don't have the look of somebody that I would consider a wife. And it's like, what does a wife look like? Because just because somebody looks like your girl next door does not mean she's a good person. It's not mean that she's automatically educated. Me personally, in a nice way, I make a lot more than a lot of the girls that they consider like, oh, like successful and stable and have like this great image. But I don't work a job that is like conventional, to where it's like, oh, well, I can brag about what kind of job she has.
If a man has his shit together, he doesn't care about how successful you are, and he definitely doesn't care about how stable you are. And this is one of the biggest problems with women who think that men and women are the same. And this is how you know her opinion has been tainted by feminist propaganda. She's literally complaining because she thinks that men don't want to date her because they're not able to brag about her career. Never in the history of ever has a man bragged about his wife's career. That's what women do.
So they just always want to fun girl me. And I am tired of people assuming that I like a certain type of guy and wanting to fun girl me, because personally, I want a family and commitment and a relationship and all of those things.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
I want to get married. And I'm tired of people assuming that because of my look that I'm a fun girl. I know how to have fun, but don't stop fun girling me.
If you're dressed up in a Pizza Hut uniform, I'm not sorry for assuming that you deliver pizza. By the way, the woman in that video was a stripper, and she has the balls to tell professional level black men that they have to ignore her occupation and date her. But I guarantee you that same woman is not willing to date a janitor, and I would argue that a janitor is much more respectable than a stripper. And I want to slow this down a little bit because I'm trying to make a point that I think is important for both men and women. Regardless of if you want to live in a world where people shouldn't judge you based on your appearance, the truth of the matter is people are going to judge you based on your appearance. But if you understand that, you can use that to your advantage. Dress like the person you want to become, and people will treat you like that person.
My date showed up with her best friend. They ordered the most expensive food and drinks. I said I had to use the bathroom. I hope daddy's credit card works.
City boy! City boy!
My date showed up with her best friend. They ordered the most expensive food and drinks.
That's crazy,
I said
bro.
I had to
That's
use the
crazy
bathroom.
disrespectful.
I hope
That's
daddy's
crazy.
credit card works.
People are mad at me for leaving a date who brought her best friend to dinner. Essentially, I had a date plan with one of the girls, and when I arrived, she said her friend was joining us. And when we sat down, they started ordering drinks and appetizers and complimented me the whole time. At this point, I knew this was a scam, and I left. And people are saying that I didn't have a right to leave because those women probably earn triple my wage, and I can't face the embarrassment of not being able to afford cheap drinks.
Let's read this real quick. Nah, those women probably earn triple the man boy's wage, and he can't face the embarrassment of not being able to afford the cheapest drink on the menu. If the drink is so cheap, then they can pay for it themselves. And look, I don't even have the biggest problem isn't that there are stupid people on the internet. I get those people are always going to exist. You give them the internet and they're going to say something as irrational as possible just to get a response. My biggest concern is that there are 491 people, probably predominantly women, that agreed with this comment.
Drinks. And that poor dudes shouldn't date, just stay at home.
That's crazy,
I don't
bro.
know. What do you guys think?
I think that if you're a man and you worked hard for your money, you're not obligated to give your money to anybody. In fact, I would argue that you owe it to yourself to be more responsible and more particular about when you spend your money because you worked hard for it. And I think the same thing goes for time and attention. We now live in an attention-based economy, meaning your attention is worth money. Be careful about who you give your attention to.
The leader of y'all relationship is the one that's expected to die when stuff get real.
Facts.
Thank you.
But life
Let me-
isn't like that.
That's
Hold
facts.
on, hold
In
on.
every
Let
no,
me say this again.
thing.
The one that's expected to die when stuff gets real is the leader of that relationship. If I'm
Facts.
expected to take a bullet for you,
If I have to die, I need
I'm the leader of this
respect. It ain't
relationship.
no way.
if I'm expected to fight 4 dudes because you done got disrespected on our night out,
Or you got
and I gotta
disrespectful.
defend your honor, I'm the leader of this relationship.
Exactly.
Now, that's not to say that you can't have no input. That's not to say that what you got to say don't matter. But if I'm expected to die for you, I'm the leader. Ain't no way I'm about to be risking my life for you, and you got the nerve to try to tell me that I'm not the leader of this relationship. You done lost your mind.
Amen.
Show that they're respectful to me. Exactly, and this is why I only defend women that show that they're respectful to me. Men have to be careful of the women we keep around us, and if a woman is willing to disrespect you as a person that's expected to die for her, then she's definitely willing to disrespect some random dude on the street. And a woman that's disrespectful in public is dangerous. Most women don't really understand violence because they don't have to deal with the threat of violence every day. So when she starts a fight with somebody twice her size because she doesn't know how to pick and choose her battles, you're gonna be the one that gets stomped into a puddle. If I have to be willing to die for you, you can at least be willing to respect me. Let me know if this video was a W or L in the comments below, and give me the HBO special. That's the Help a Brother Out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.